Hi, I'm Ann Thomas. I'm the founder of Transgender Talent, and I'm here today to talk about cisgender roles. Transgender people playing cisgender roles. That's a real hot button topic. Everybody wants to do them. And I have been very successful in getting transgender people into cisgender roles. I've even played them myself. So, um, the problem that you face with cisgender roles is that is the competition. A lot of people who are trans don't realize truly what they're up against. One of the people that I know fairly well is Gary Marsh, the founder of uh, Breakdown Services. They're the ones who own Actors Access, which as of December of last year managed 90% of the breakdowns going out in the entertainment industry in this country. That's huge. So that's the vast majority of them. What he told me at the time was that for each breakdown that goes out, they will get between 300 and 3,000 submissions for one role. That's more people trying to get that role than there are transgender actors that speak English in the entire world, covering all breakdowns, all ages, all races, everything. So we're like really up against a bigger threat than you would think in trying to get those roles. Bigger competition, I should say, not bigger threat. So it's like in the Screen Actors Guild. How many members are there? It's about 160,000. In the Actors Equity Association, which is for mostly theater, here in the U.S., their membership is about 51,000. How many actors that are trans are here? There is way less than that. According to one published statistic, that's the only one I can hang my hat on right now, when CSA did their open casting call earlier, I believe it was earlier this year, it was a worldwide casting call for transgender actors. The total number of signups was about 500. So there isn't that many of us. And so, and I know that's not the total number because a lot of people miss that sign up. So let's triple it. Let's say there's 1,500, or even 4 times that. Let's say there's 2,000. Well, that doesn't compare to the 160,000 in SAG and the 51,000 in AEA, although I know they overlap. So, we are literally up against the avalanche of competition. In order to be successful in this, you have to submit yourself within the first 2 hours of a breakdown being released. That means you have to have an agent who's sitting there watching these breakdowns as they come out, and that's what most agents do. Or you have to be sitting there watching them as they come out and submit that fast. You know, it has a big banner on all these sites saying, submit in the first day. They really don't mean that. That's what they're trying to get you to do, but in reality is most casting directors cut off in the first 2 hours. Unless they get a submission from certain agents that give them a bug in their ear and say, hey, I got this person who's a really good fit for this role, then they'll push them into the stack too. But usually in the first 2 hours they get the 200 they can handle. There's no way in hell a casting director is going to go through 3,000 submissions to look for somebody. So if you submit 2 days after the breakdown comes out and the cutoff for submissions is like 5 days later, there's no way in hell you're going to get even seen by the casting director. You got to be out the first 2 hours. So you want cisgender roles, you got to be sitting there on your computer all day long, 5 days a week, and on weekends, watching for these roles coming out, and submit yourself in the first hour or two. Or there is no way in hell you're going to get even an audition's consideration. So that's the first thing. The second thing is these cisgender actors you're competing with, I've seen their resumes. I've seen yours. There's almost no comparison. These people that are cisgender are extremely passionate about their careers and have started out acting at very young ages. I have people who I have seen started at 5 years old acting, and we hear about them. Take a look at Jennifer Lawrence's IMDb. Take a look at the articles about her history, for example. It's unreal how young she started, and it was no surprise that she landed a lead in the Hunger Games at, what was she, 18, 19 years old? She'd already had a lot of credits going by then. She had a lot of extremely powerful acting lessons. She dropped out of she doesn't even have a GED. She doesn't even have a high school diploma. She doesn't need one now, but realize she went full time as an actress at 16, I think, or 15. I mean, really young. So this is the kind of people that you're dealing with. This is the kind of competition you have. They didn't start at 35 with nothing. By the time they're 35, they've been in a lot. They've already had this exposure that's mind-blowing. So just saying, oh, I'm 35 and I want to get cisgender roles, yeah, you might. I've landed some and I'm way over 35, but I'm rare. So are so many others, and it does happen. I don't want to knock the wind out of the sails of somebody who's truly become passionate now that they've transitioned later in life. You can do it. It's just going to be it's going to be really hard, and you have to really judge what your competition is and realize that you have to put your money where your mouth is, far beyond what you would think. So it's not that easy to do cisgender roles. It's just not. So please, folks, if you really want to do cisgender roles, work hard at creating them. Get attached to productions. Go find people in Hollywood to work with who will put you in them. That's how a lot of people are successful in Hollywood. So that's my opinion. Have fun and break a leg.